For anyone who isn't familiar with the concept, a recursive translation is when something is taken from one language, translated to at least one more, and then converted back to the source language. The results can be quite interesting. Anyway, let's go.
Kevin from Videoland. For 7 years, Mother Brain besieged the Palace of Power. When all seems lost, an ancient prophecy proclaims a young warrior, Captain N, the game master, who will lead them to victory. Opened in Kevin Keen's bedroom, a chain bell pulls Kevin off the TV, and Duke the dog jumps after him. Kevin arrives at Videoland and finds himself at the feet of several Nintendo game heroes. Mega Man, Kid Icarus, Simon Belmont. Princess Lana tries to give Kevin a mission, but he wants to leave. Meanwhile, Mother Brain sends her incompetence, the Eggplant Magician and the Hippo King, to kidnap Lana. After failing to stop them, Kevin tries to convince Team N to come up with a plan. Will they be able to save Lana in time and stop Mother Brain's powers? How about the Bayou? Mother Brain discovers that Kevin reeks of Bayou Billy's adventures. He asks Dr. Wily to build a Robocado he can control. He was sent to the Palace of Power. Meanwhile, Kevin gives dance lessons to Lana. Kevin suggests going to Earth to impress Kevin's friends. Lana repeats. Duke tracks Robocat through a warp in Bayou Land. Kevin follows him. King Hippo and the Eggplant Wizard travel to Bayou Land to stop Kevin from leaving. Hours later, a robot cat sneaks into the palace. Rockman grabs it and shows it to Lana. Lana decides to go to BO Land to warn Kevin that something is wrong, but she has to agree to a candlelight dinner with Simon. After falling into the quicksand, Kevin lands in a cave. An alligator is there, but Bayou Billy stops it from eating Kevin. Billy agrees to help Kevin find Duke, but he first teaches Kevin how to survive in the bayou. Kevin learns to use the whip, the most dangerous master game. Dr. Wily creates an android of Mike Vincent, the bully who defeated Kevin on Earth, programmed from Kevin's memories. Kevin and the android becomes friends, and the microphone is destroyed, saving Kevin's life. Olympic bidets. Mother Brain and her minions challenge Team N to a sports day. Whoever wins will give the throne to Videoland. However, Mother Brain's true intention was to steal the 3 sacred treasures from Mount Icarus. He uses them to send Team N into Oblivion's warp zone. Big problem in a big country. Team N crosses the warp zone, ending after a week, with Mother Brain already beginning to conquer most of Videoland. Team N travels to Dr. Wise's base to destroy the 3 sacred treasures. The desire to think. Kid Icarus is very short and scruffy. Baby Icarus wishes he could grow up when Duke finds a magical spirit lamp. Become a giant! When King Hippo and Wizard Eggplant steal the lamp, Mother Brain becomes their servant. Team N, minus Kid Icarus, travel to Metroid to retrieve the lamp. He is shrunken when Kid Icarus comes to his aid. Use a size too small to get into the ramp and hope everything goes back to normal. He then releases the genie from the lamp, and the two become very good friends. Third Son and Dragon. The Dragon Lord, with help from Mother Brain, seeks to transform all the dragons in the Dragon Den. Team N arrives and rescues Puff, the last good baby dragon. With the help of magic lightning, the dragon spell is removed, and the dragon's lair is saved. Mr. and Mrs. Mother Brain. Lana invites Mother Brain to sign a peace treaty. Kevin and Mega Man are too impatient, but Kid Icarus misses the chance. Simon receives the arrow from Kid Icarus' Thunderbolt and decides to use it on Lana. However, when Mother Brain arrives, Simon loses sight of his goal and ends up meeting him. He sees Mother Brain and falls in love with her. Confused, Mother Brain attacks and her team imprisons Simon. This love spell is permanent unless he shoots Simon with the immediate antidote. Meanwhile, Kevin and Lana travel to Castlevania to find Simon. Meanwhile, in Metroid, Dr. Wily offers to help Mother Brain capture Castlevania and convince Simon to prove his love for her. Kevin and Lana arrive just in time to see Castlevania under attack and face the debut of Captain N, Count Dracula. Nightmare on the way to Mother's Brain. In her secret lair in the terrifying world of Metroid, Mother Brain interrogates the all-knowing mind mirror computer. Who is the prettiest? According to the computer mirror spirit, Princess Lana is among them all. There is an eggplant magician to create the most beautiful poison apple that puts Princess Lana to sleep. If it works, Princess Lana will teleport to Excalibur, the land of wizards and warriors. Kevin, Simon, and Duke go there to save her. After learning that if they slept, they could save Lana, they each eat an apple. Meanwhile, back at the palace, Kid Icarus and Mega Man also give Excalibur apples and warp them. Suggest going to bed? You can. He-Man returns to the palace and puts Mother Brain and her minions to sleep. Monkey Man Simon. Simon loses his memory while at the ironing board. The N-Team tries to regain their memory. Meanwhile, Mother Brain brainwashes the Hippo King and the Eggplant Wizard into believing this is an N-Team hunt. Finally, Simon regains his memory after being hit in the head with a coconut. I am looking for a king. Kevin, Lana, Simon, and Duke head to the Mirror World to save Lana's father, King Charles. Meanwhile, their opposite travels through their world. Eventually, Kid Icarus and Mega Man send their opponents, except for Lana's opponents, through a mirror distortion. Kevin, Simon, Duke, and King Charles return to their home world. King Charles takes Lana's other side into the Mirror Warp, and Lana returns safely to her own world. With the opponent and King Charles in the Mirror World, the Mirror Warp will be destroyed and King Charles will be trapped in the Mirror World. Metroid soft, Metroid! Mother Brain tricks Team N into thinking they have been defeated. Then open the warp area and you'll see Kevin's neighborhood on the other side. Mother Brain captures the remaining members of Team N and sentences them to exile in the Black Hole Zone. Kevin, who really loves Metroid, finally returns to the palace and rescues Team N. He appears to be carrying a zapper. Happy birthday, rocker! It's Mega Man's birthday, but he's upset because he's not human. He then discovers discovers the warp of life. You must pass 3 challenges. He, N-Team, and Dr. Light departed, along with another Dr. Light creation, Mega Girl. Mega Man goes through 3 challenges after several instances where the N-Team insisted on returning. Rockman becomes human after the warp of life. After that, he learns that Team N has been messing with the warp of life all this time. Mega Man also finds out that Roll has already passed 3 challenges and is also alive. Before he leaves, Warp of Life is celebrating Mega Man's birthday. Game for boys. King Charles returns home through a warp zone that only opens every 1,000 video years. However, they decide to ship a supercomputer called Game Boy. Monkey Queen. Mother Brain plans to switch bodies with Lana, but Donkey Kong and Game Boy stand in her way. Look for power filters. Kevin travels to Hyrule with Link and Princess Zelda to stop the evil wizard Ganon from regaining his full power. Problems with Tetris. Lana reunites with her brother, Lyle, who is lost in a distant world of Tetris videos. Big game. Some of Kevin's friends from high school went to Videoland for a football game against Dr. Robot Master. Willie. The winner takes the throne of Videoland. The lost city of Congoland. Team N travels to Congoland to prevent Mother Brain from obtaining a valuable artifact. But when Lana encounters the artifact, she becomes an even deadlier enemy than Mother Brain. Once Time Machine. Earl, Grumont, and Link, who stole Kevin's power pack and Zapper in Hyrule, travel to the world of Boots to retrieve them with the help of Pedro the Cat. Fa Xanadu Fiefdoms. A surge of power in the Palace of Power football arena cripples the Fa Xanadu N-Team. There, you find yourself in the middle of a conflict between elves and dwarves. Evil seeks to obtain powerful crystals that will allow him to conquer the world of video. Get a ball! Mother Brain expels the Eggplant Magician and King Hippo for not capturing the Triforce. So, while Link and Zelda are at Lana's royal ball, they steal the Triforce pieces for themselves. Trojan Dragon. Dragon Lord is back. His new plan to conquer the dragon's lair is to hatch a deadly golden dragon. Zelda and Link once again aid Team N by building mechanical dragons to sneak around and thwart the Dragon Lord's plans. I wish I could be one Batman. Pete must help the TV hero deal with Mother Brain, but his TV hero may not be all he thought. The invasion of paper petals. He-Man travels to a world where Mother Brain hypnotizes its inhabitants with a special type of newspaper ink. They meet a newspaper boy named Julio who tries to find the reason behind it, but finds out why Julio is immune to hypnotic ink. He can't read or write. Bacteriological warfare. Kevin is infected with the video virus to which he is not immune, so Team N shrinks and enters Kevin's body to fight off the virus. When the Mother's Brain rules. Throwback to Kevin Keen's arrival at Videoland. Surprisingly, these were 2 versions, one with sound and one without. First version shown. The overall tone of the episode makes it one of the most confusing, as he doesn't seem to remember very well how it all happened. War. Mischief in Robin Hood's Wood. Make a pit stop in the world of Nottingham to repair the Warp Wagon team, Kevin and Kid Icarus. Robin Hood and the Merry Men to stop the sheriff's evil deeds. But when a vengeful sheriff plots to stop the outlaws of Sherwood Forest, Kid Icarus swings from arrow to arrow into the contest of champions, where he can save Maid Marian from her fate. Chase magic circles. In the terrifying world of Hoopland, Kevin, Lana, and Larry Bird find themselves in a race against a real clockman. But plunging a basket into a magical wish-granting hoop is the only way to save Hoopland from the devastating destruction of a giant bouncing robot. Back to Castlevania. When the Poltergeist King accuses Simon's great-grandfather of being a coward, selfish vampire hunters take the brunt of it, revealing the king disguised as a vampire earl. A humiliated Simon vows to abandon the heroes forever unless Captain N regains his faith. Completely dumbfounded. Responding to an SOS from the world of Tetris, Kevin, Lana, and Simon must face an army of Tetris humanoids controlled by an annoying puzzle wizard with a sense of humor. The only way to beat this crazy sage is for Captain N to beat him at his own game. Tetris. The story of 2 dogs. Mega Rat Dr. Wily pretends to change his evil ways to rob Dr. Right, to distract Captain N and Mega Man from his plot to take over Megaland. The wily Doc puts Duke and Mega Man's robot dogs to sleep. Struggling to safety, the 2 heroes land at Turtle Soup and engage in a dogfight. Know-it-all baseball battle. Mother Brain, Eggplant Wizard, and King Hippo lead Team N and Bo Jackson into the world of baseball and transport Princess Lana to the palace as a reluctant maid. If Kevin and Bo can't put their differences aside, they may lose their fight to get home against a group of baseball insurgents. It can be lost forever. Fake image of Captain N. Envious of the prince who reigns in Final Fantasy Land, Captain N becomes susceptible to the spell of the elf, fairy godfather, who promises to grant all his wishes. The only hope to save him is for Lana, Kid Icarus, and Mega Man to find the Crystal of Light. This allows Kevin to turn his attention to the elves' evil plan to take over the land.
It's all the same thing. Thank you for the registration question?